Hi, in this tutorial I will let you know regarding center of mass or center of gravity. For that we'll open new part, OK, and many things to learn. So for that quickly I will make a sketch as usual, and I will be making is a rectangle, this rectangle, okay, and not this one to be deleted, and then we'll extrude it, 10 mm, okay, it doesn't matter. Now if you want to know where's my center of mass or center of gravity, then what you need to do is just go to evaluate, and as you remember in mass properties I have explained you earlier the many things, out of which there were the mass, the volumes, the surface area, but today I will only talk about center of mass. This is my center of mass. Can you see this pink color area? Yes, this is my center of mass, and this is not the origin at all. Ix, Iy, Iz. Okay, so this is not origin, this is only the center of mass of this uh, of this rectangle. Yes, definitely this is a rectangle and not a square, because as you know they are not equal. So what I will do is I will edit sketch like this, make it normal, and then check, or else this is 80, I will make it 50, and when this is 50 I will add a relation. Okay, make it back, make it back, and then in the sketch I think this and this should be equal. When this is purposely I made it equal because I want the center of mass to be in the center, that's why. So now this is equal, it's a square now, and in mass properties, look, my center of mass is in the center. My aim is to make it center, forget about these values. Okay, this is in the center now, so this is where my center of mass is. Now I will delete, don't save, I will delete this, I will make a random sketch, and I will show you where the center of mass of this sketch lies. So front plane, and in the front plane, with the help of my line, I will draw something, I'll draw a random sketch. Okay, features, extrude, 10, okay, directly go to evaluate and see the mass. Look, my center of mass lies here, which is outside the body due to the complexity of the sketch, or you can say due to the geometry of the sketch. That's alright, but as you can see, this is the center of the mass. Now one important thing I want to let you know is the origin and the center of the mass is different. This is center of the mass for the body, which I have made, but where it's origin, close here, file, view, origin, this is the origin, and here it was center of the mass. As you can see, look, there's a difference. So how to bring the center of the mass in the origin, that's important factor, that's very important. So for that I will delete this thing. Yes, I'll delete the sketch also. Okay, and initially we'll make a simple sketch for you to understand. So in front plane, very simple, like I'll make a square, this is my square, and these are my smart dimensions, 58, okay, 60, and then this is 64, so we'll make it 60, or you can add relations at the same time. Okay, both are 60, done. Features, extrude, 10, okay, then I will start evaluating the mass properties. But I want Z to be to be 0, for that the extrusion should be always from the mid plane. So close this thing and right click, and then not, this should be from the mid plane for the Z to be 0. Okay, then make it okay. Now you see the mask properties. Yes, the Z is 0. So always remember, if you want Z to be 0, this should always be from the midplane. So what my aim is, when you're making a part or an assembly, sometimes everything is reference to the origin. This particular center of mass, the values which are being created is only and only linked with the origin and not with anything. I'll show you how. When you zoom in, you will see something like it goes, this is the X, this is the Y, and this is the Z. The Z is 0 because these 2 points lie same in the Z plane. What or IX? IX means minus 20. Why it is minus 20? Because it is on the left hand side of the origin. Anything on the left hand side and below the origin are negative values, as you know. The quarter, first, second, third, fourth quarter. So this is in the third quarter, it's negative. And you know why the Y is positive? Because it lies on the upper side of this point. Yes, definitely it's if it lies on the below side, it would be negative. So remember these values X and Y, and then we'll make some necessary changes. The negative value will make positive and positive will make negative, in order so that the origin comes to the, this is the origin which comes to the center of gravity, because that is my requirement. So here I will use 20.47 and minus 5.46. okay, 20.47 and minus 5.46. so it will be like this. Okay, so just I have selected the sketch and tools, tools, sketch tools, and move. So here it will be 20.47, select both the lines, all the lines, 20.47 and minus 5.46. this was negative, I made it positive. This was positive, I made it negative. I have selected all the lines and then move. It moves, and now okay, and let's see back to see the mass properties. This is my part, and see the mass properties. Yes, everything is 0. So this is XYZ is on the origin now, but forget this. If I will delete this first, and if I'm making a very complicated sketch as I have shown you before, then in that case what would happen? Yeah, so in that case, if I'm using this sketch and my line and it goes anywhere, this is a bit complicated. Yeah, and okay, and then feature, extrude, and make it 10, doesn't matter how the size is, and just you want to know where is the center of the mass is. Look, X, Y, and Z. So I'll make Z from the midplane, so it will be 0, and here 15.25, 16.74. so it would be like, first of all, Z should be 0, midplane. Okay, again check the mass properties. Yes, the Z is 0, so X is 15.25, 16.74. okay, $15.25, 16.74. This is done. Now here I will select all these sketches, minus 15.25 minus 16.74, and it should be X and Y, and you get them as where the move option is, as I've shown you. So now move. I don't know whether it works or not. Let's see if I made any mistake. I knew I made some mistake. 15.25 and 16.74. So again the same thing I will be making. Okay, move, start selecting this. Okay, minus 15.75, and here it will be minus 16.74 if I'm not wrong. Enter. Look, it goes down. Now move. After moving, just back, and after back, you see in the mask properties, yes, this is 0. So this can be done because I made some value mistakes, or else it would be, or else I make positive 15x if you want it very perfectly, because I made a mistake to remember. But now it is simple because move. Okay, what you want to move? The complete sketch with 50, positive 50. Okay, enter. It moves. Okay, move back, mask properties. Oh, there is a problem with x and y. Always is a problem with x and y. This is positive, so it should be negative. Minus 49. Well, let's try minus 49.50. So you will sketch, you edit the sketch, and you make it normal. Might be I have not recalculated it. Okay, let's try and then we'll recalculate it. So that was the problem. Scale, sorry, not scale, move. First select all the edges. Okay, and here you select minus 49.50, and then okay, back, mask properties, it is 0 now. Okay, I made a value mistake, that's alright. So this was about the center of the mask, which brings to its origin with the help of the sketch. So remember one thing in mind, like a sketch doesn't have center of mass. Only a feature has center of mass. Only if it's a solid body, then it will have a center of mass, but sketch doesn't have. But here what I did is, for making bringing the center of the mass of the part to the origin, we need to go back to the sketch, make some necessary changes, come back to the part and see where our origin is and where our center of gravity lies. Now I will delete this thing. Now something much more complicated I want to let you know. This is a sketch. I will delete this sketch also. Not about complications, but I will let you know about part center of gravity, because now recently I shown you about the sketch center of gravity, where the sketch was and where the center of gravity of the sketch was. Like definitely the center of gravity of the part with respect to sketch. Now I will show the complete part, how it moves, and some a little bit of tricky thing. So for here, this is the front plane which I selected, and now I want to select a reference plane. Then how I will select my reference plane related to this. So I can select the insert plane, or what I can do is, so select a front plane first. After selecting it, just go to insert, reference geometry, and plane. I'm making it another plane, and how far the plane should be 100 from the front plane. Okay, and look, this is the plane which is 100 mm far. Just make it okay, and now again select the front plane, again select insert, reference geometry, and select a plane which is, you say 100 mm, but direction should be opposite, so this should be the direction 100 mm. Okay, so I made two planes now, and I'll make something on the front plane. So I'll make normal, whatever I draw will be on the front plane. So I will select just a sketch. The center of the origin lies inside the sketch. Okay, this is the thing. And what I will do is I will make features and I will extrude this part 10 mm, but always I will extrude from the mid, so that I want my center of gravity, the z to be 0, z to be 0. Okay, so this is done. And now I will select this plane, and then first of all I will bring the CG, this I'll make 0. Okay, so like the evaluate mass properties of this part, click here and recalculate, so it produces proper values. So here x and y will be 18.96 and minus 3.21. remember, 18.96 minus 3.21. .96 minus 3.21. okay, so it will move. Okay, now back mass properties, this is 0, this is 100, that's okay. And we'll close the mass properties now. Now what I'll do is I will hide this thing. Okay, this is hidden now, and in plane 2 I will make some other sketch. Okay, and plane 2 will be normal in this case. So I'll make a line and I'll make some other sketch, something like this, or I'll change the style of the sketch, which is this style should be like this, or the point should be like this. Okay, and I'll make features extrude with the help of mid plane, always 10. okay, and then I'll find out the center of mass, which is in Z. It shows some variations, I don't know why. I'll click this, recalculate, and yes, you need to recalculate, that's necessary. So this is minus 100, that's how far it is, and this is this is minus 7.92 and minus 0.22, minus 7.92 minus 0.22. So we'll go to tools, sketch tools, move, select. So minus 7.92 and minus 0.22. let's see whether it moves or not. Okay, and then back and mass properties, click here, recalculate. Yes, this is 0, 0 minus 100, that's alright. Now I will zoom in. This is a sketch which was hidden, so show. So now it shows, but now I don't want this, I don't want the extrusion. Delete the extrusion, I only want the sketches. Now my main purpose is to make a part between these two triangles, and that part should lie, the center of mass of that part should lie within the origin, both should be the same. I'll make you understand. These are the two sketches, and I will use one option called loft, and with the help of loft I will select the first sketch and the second sketch, and look, I have made a loft here. Okay, and now we'll check the center of mass of this loft, mass properties. Look, x and y both are 0 in this case. I have already made a part where this is 0, only the problem is with the z1, which is 2.79, the 2.79. so what I need to do in this case, just the 2.79 adjustment should be done. So like this, what I will do is, there are two planes, one plane and the second plane. So in short, 2.79 is a different, so we need z to be 0 and the plane 1 should move inside, plane 2 should move outside. So for that, what I need to do here is like select the plane 1 and edit, which will be when you go to the calculator, which is 100 minus 2.79 will be 97.21. so this will be 97.21. okay, that's okay. And plane 2 edit feature will be, this was 2.71, so it will be 102.71 positive and not negative. Okay, so this is the thing, this is the part, this is the mass properties, and select this, we'll recalculate some problem we made. The problem we made is like this should be in positive and this should be in negative, but we made the reverse side, so that's why it's 2.71 plus 2. Now plus 2 has been added. Now in this case I will add here 5.54, I will add in plane 1. So plane 1 added 5.54. okay, 5.54 plus 97.21, 102.75, so it will be 102.75 or 74. That's okay. So your plane 2 will be 5.7 minus 5.7, so it will be 102.71 minus 5.7 something, 5.7, 97.01 will be 97.01. okay, now check the mass properties. Yes, everything is 0, almost 0. Still will recalculate it. This is the recalculation here. This is 0. We can make it 0 point. That's alright. But the thing is like, if you ask me about like what we did initially here was like, we made 2 sketches, and from the 2 sketches we made 2 extrusions, and we always try to make z to be 0. So z to be 0, and what about the x and y? We made the x and y of the part that is the center of gravity or center of mass of the part with the origin for one sketch, and then we made for the second sketch. And when that was okay, what we did is we deleted the parts, and because we deleted the parts, we kept the sketches, and from that sketches we lofted a thing, and in short we made a part. And from this part I wanted to check my center of gravity, because if I make this part directly and if I use the center of gravity, definitely it will help me. But the problem was with the z and not with the x and y, as x and y was already made perfect. Although the z was made perfect, but always it happens like when you make a loft, then there will be a little bit of variations in the z, and we adjusted the z with the help of plane 1 and plane 2. We made the plane 1 a little bit closer, and plane 2 a little bit far, or this way you can adjust the z. It happens. And here, this is, since this is not an engineering class, I will only let you know regarding the CAD why there was a difference in z. So, and how to solve it. I will not solve the question of why there was a difference, but definitely the answer is when you move the planes, the z becomes 0. And since when you create such complicated assemblies, automotive assemblies, then what happens is like you need to fix the part with the origin, and here in this way you can fix it with the origin. Thank you.